Good morning, everybody. Well, today I wanted to go ahead and dive in a little bit. We've done a new version of an old book, but it wasn't just, oh, we need to change the cover, oh, we need to change a few words. No, it was a major revision. And the cover is a kick here. Okay, so, oh, wait a minute, let me, left, right. This is the original book. Now I'm going to read you the title just in case it's hard to see my moving fingers here. Dementia Caregiver Guide, Teepa Snow's Positive Approach to Care Techniques for Caregiving for Alzheimer's and Other Forms of Dementia. And I will tell you that I was strongly advised, is probably the simplest way I can put it, to make sure Alzheimer's was on the cover. Because my proposal that what we were talking about is dementia was thought to be not helpful, because if you looked it up online, you had to have Alzheimer's in it so people would see it. And it's like, well, it can't be the title because that's not true. So we put it in the subtitle. That's as close as I could get. But 20 plus years, 21, 22 years ago, when I was doing this, we were still talking about caregiving, giving care, and we thought it was okay. Well, we really shifted here. And we now call this, without any apology at all, without any attempt, it's basically the Dementia Care Partner Guide and practical tips for transforming the possibilities of care. Because what we believe is this can be transformative. This is not just a cookbook on, what kind of things might you notice as people progress. And the primary focus of this book was to move away from the global deterioration model. The idea of you have minimal loss, mild loss. Oh yeah, you're getting, it's really moderate loss. Well, then it's profound and it's severe. I mean, it was all about loss and dysfunction. And what I was proposing and had been proposing for quite some time is that we need to look at what people can do, what they can't do, and then come up with a game plan. So it was designed as sort of helping people think about where should somebody get care, what kind of care, how much support, when does it turn from sort of organizational support to day-to-day support to hands-on physical guidance and support. And quite honestly, some of the things are in here, like hand under hand, visual, verbal, touch cueing, positive physical approach. Those things are there. But I will also say, other than the gems, that's really what we were doing. We were talking about from the person's perspective. If I was in a diamond state, and I at that level, I think I was still talking about levels too. Oh yeah, there we go, some leveling, rather than a brain state. So, okay, well, some things have changed. And when I talked before, it was as though I was only talking about people living with brain change as having gem states, because I left the other side of the equation out. So this is how I started the pearl as an example. A pearl in a shell, layer upon layer, quiet beauty, late changes, end of the journey. I mean, it's friendly. It's, it's sort of sad, but it's true. My brain is losing its ability to guide and direct my body. The control system for movement, interacting, responding, processing, and responding is failing. Looks like we did a little editing too. I am still here, but I'm getting ready to leave. And then I give some specific details about what you might be noticing about me, and helping you recognize that I may not be interested in eating and drinking because I'm not into surviving much longer. I need to let go. And the gifts that you might have, and then I have helpful tips. I mean, so it was actually pretty helpful to people, I think. But now I'm going to give you that same little section, the first part. So I start off with pearl state hidden within a shell, quiet beauty. Imagine yourself when you're asleep. You're in your body, and yet you're not aware of much, either within yourself or the world around you. This is an example of the pearl state. Those who those who meditate might recognize this experience of being inside yourself and relatively unaware of what's taking place around you. In a pearl state, you can notice voices, contacts, people who approach quietly, calmly, slowly with a stable touch tend to bring you out of themselves in a way that's comfortable. Conversely, loud, demanding voices or a quick, intrusive touch can startle, irritate, or even cause an intense reaction. With dementia, the brain is losing its ability to guide and direct my body. So then I do go into, with some modifications, because we have learned, ideas about what is it to be in a pearl state when you're living with dementia. But a pearl state, you can come in and out of it, just like we go in and out of sleep. We go through some helpful tips. There have been some modifications. And in addition, in this book, you're going to find that we have a lot of resource cards located within here. So you can reference resource cards right away. You can look at something and go, oh, okay, so she's talking about different gem states. Here, let me find the reference. Oh, it's right up here at the very front. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is our resource card, front and back, for different gem states. First part, what do you notice? Second part, what could you do? And we have similar things with positive physical approach, expressions of appreciation, expressions of dissatisfaction. We go through the umbrella, different types of dementia. So this book is meant as a guide for care partners, people who choose to partner with someone, people who recognize this is not about me giving care to somebody. It's about us figuring out together how this is going to go for us, how I can support that individual, how I can support myself. What do I need? What about my brain state? So, right off the top, why would you want this one if you already have this one? Well, 20 years is a long time. And a lot of it still stands true, but a lot of it has changed. So, depends on whether or not you want to be state of the art or you still want to have some idea of how to do something a little different than global deterioration. And that's really the big difference. So if you have further questions, let us know. We are launching the book because we want people to know there's something similar but different, sort of like accepting the challenge. It was old. There were still a lot of things that rang true, but man, updating it and getting it into present tense, we're committed. Because when brains change, we need to change. And when knowledge change, we share that so that skill can change. All right, everybody. Take care with your care, take care of yourselves. And if you're interested, check it out. We do have some ways that you can check out some of the internal content if you want before you make your decision. Or if you're ready, consider making a decision. Make a change. Bye, y'all.
Thanks, Teepa. Bye, everybody.